Namaste, Khusro Betiya. I, Zebian Varsha Singh from Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University. Our today's lecture of the topic is operating system. So, the content of the session is operating system. First, we will understand what is operating system, and then go to the types of operating system and its major function, and also we will see the user interface and types of user interface, what is user interface, and how helps user interface to make operating system as convenience, as efficient for us, right? And also we will see the examples of operating system. So first of all, uh, what is operating system? It's a software and hardware. So, guys, it's a software, it's a program in your computer, and it is also stored in main memory, right? And operating system is the, you can say, the main component of operating system of a computer, which can help you to run the computer easily. Okay, so let us start with the definition of operating system. Operating system is the most important program that runs on a computer. Operating system is an interface between computer and user. It means, as you know, the computer has two parts: hardware and software. Hardware like your CPU, input output, okay, hard disk. So computer can't give permission to you that you manage their hardware. Okay, so here is operating system who helps to manage the hardware from the user, and it gives the accessibility to the user of hardware of the computer, right? That means if you want to uh, um, that means if write some program, okay, and you want to save in the your computer, then operating system decide and operating system manage how to use the memory for your data. Okay, so it's a main important component in the computer. It is responsible for the management and coordination of activities and the sharing of the resources of the computer. Okay, so everything is handled by operating system in computer. Here is the diagram with you can see the hardware is hardware, and then operating system, and then your application and user means uh, who write the program, and program is your application, and this application, if wants any hardware, then operating systems helps to provide the hardware to the application. Okay, so operating system, okay, as I said earlier, operating system is the software, but it provide the user interface between the application and hardware. Application means you can say the software, and hardware means your printer, keyboard, mobile, disk drive, and mouse. Everything is managed by the operating system. So here is the types of operating system. Multi-user versus single user. A multi-user operating system allows multiple users to access a computer system concurrently, and time sharing system can be classified as multi-user system as they enable a multiple user access to a computer through the sharing of time. Single user operating system as opposed to a multi-user program system are usable by a single user at a time. Okay. And major function of operating system. But I want to add some other operating system. If you have heard about the batch processing operating system and multitasking operating system, multi-programming operating system, so let me define what is multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming operating system means many processes can live in the RAM, can live in the CPU. That's why CPU can never be remain idle. Okay, and its purpose is to increase the efficiency of operating system, right? But there is a problem. Problem is if uh, suppose there are many processes in the CPU, and every process want to execute and take the RAM. Okay, because as you know, the first we whatever we write, the program save in secondary memory. Okay, and then for execution it comes to the RAM, but uh, RAM is in a small size, so we can't put every program in RAM. Okay, that is called primary memory, which is main memory of the computer, and it's a uh, that is called random access memory. Okay, so if you want to know more about RAM, we will discuss in another lecture, but I want to explain a little bit about RAM is as you as you have studied in 4th and 5th standard in your computer class. RAM is a volatile memory. That means whenever you switch off the computer, it's vanish everything. Okay, everything, that means your program, it can't save your program. So whatever we write, it save in the secondary memory. Okay, so come to the multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming operating system has many processes. Its capacity to bring the many processes in CPU. That's why CPU cannot be remain idle, but access of the RAM is one by one. Okay, and there is no priority based system. So I mean to say, if one process get to the RAM for execution, okay, so then no matter how they will take RAM for their working, for their execution, if a process is very long, so it will take very long time, and other process will wait for their releasing of RAM. Okay, so there is a problem because here it reduce the efficiency, and create a starvation in the program. A starvation means you can say um, they all are hungry to get the RAM for their execution. Okay, so after some times uh, there is an enhancement in multi-programming and it becomes the multitasking. Okay, in multitasking, uh, what we have what we had done, we divide we decide some time that is called quantum time. It means every process have to process have opportunity to get the RAM for execution, whatever the time is decided for quantum time. Okay, suppose we have 4 process and every process wants to take the RAM and their burst time means if they go to the RAM, they take time 10 seconds for their execution. Okay, and another process who has only uh, wants RAM for 2 seconds. Okay, so here quantum time will help how to how to um, give the RAM for some random time of every process, and that's why no process will go in a starvation. Okay, so every process executing for uh, only 2 seconds, and all process get the opportunity after 2 second after 2 second. That means if P1 goes in RAM, then it only take the uh, place in RAM only for 2 seconds because we have decided the quantum time. Okay, then after it switch on to the secondary memory and P2 go to the primary memory. Okay, and then it also take 2 seconds for in RAM. Okay, so the other operating system is your batch processing system. Batch processing system is also a slow operating system because first of all it decide if similar type of job is in your program for execution, then it collects and make group for similar type of job and then execute one by one the batch. Okay, that is also very time consuming because first of all your cp will be remain idle. Okay, okay, so move on to the next topic, that is what is the major function of operating system. So major function of operating system is resource management. Resource management means you can say your RAM, CPU, input output device. Okay, data management means whatever you write in a program, it's your data, and where its data will be saved or not. Okay, so everything is managed by operating system. The third one is your job management means how to and when uh, job is executed in the memory or in RAM or not. Okay, a standard means of communication between user and computer. Okay, right. So let us see what is the resource management. The resource management function of an operating system allocates computer resources such as CPU, time, main memory, secondary storage, and input-output devices for use. Okay. The second we have discussed data management. The data management function of an operating system governs the input and output of data and their location, storage, and retrieval. It also responsible for storing and retrieving information on disk, driver, and for the organization of that information on the drive. The third one is your major function of operating system. Major function of operating system is job management. Job management function of an operating uh, system prepares, schedules, controls, and monitors jobs submitted for execution to ensure the most efficient processing. A job is a collection of one or more related programs and their data. Job management function of an operating system prepares, schedule, controls, and monitor jobs submitted for execution to ensure the most efficient processing. Right? Okay. So, standard means of communication between user and computer means the operating system also establishes a standard means of communication between user and their computer system. It does this by providing a user interface and a standard set of commands that controls the hardware. Okay, so this topic we will be covered in next session. For this session, that's all. We have discussed about operating system and types of operating system and their function of operating system. Okay, so thank you. I hope you like my session. If any query regarding this session, please comment below. This digital session version 2.0 is provided by Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Thank you.